JDs and Luttlemen, welcome to the ASSCA Regional Series here for race number 3 on the season. We're here at Richmond, a classic of this series, where we've always been here, and we're gonna stay being here. That was grammar. Anyway, there's not a whole lot to get into. Obviously, we saw the devastation yesterday. Lot to go over there. We are going to have one hell of a race here today. But we do unfortunately have to get into something right now, and that is of course our good old injury report. For the first time ever in the regional series, we have worse injuries than the national series. Of course, we went to the same track as the Poop Festival. But anyway, here we go. Tony Baloney was in that big first lap incident, and she did a backflip or a front flip. She did both, I think, at some point. Oh my god. She basically did both. She did like a front flip and a back flip and shit. It was crazy work. She has rotated brain syndrome. Not what you want to see, of course, for Tony Baloney. And then in the same accident, we obviously saw Bojar Delosey. He was constantly asking on the radio if he could use his brain. So the team has decided that he should sit out a week here and make a recovery. So the 87 will not be in the field whatsoever, no replacement driver or anything like that. And in the same accident, Thad Moshpit, he has extreme rotated brain syndrome, flipped at least 20 times. It was brutality. And of course, with Thad Moshpit's luck, as usual, he will not be racing for the rest of the season. A season ender at the Poop Speedway. Not what you want to see. And then Dale Burgers, remember, he got smoked by Cyan Blaney in another wreck. He's not hungry for some reason, and Dr. Steve Basil heard that and immediately said, "You, sir, are not 100%. So Dale Burgers is not hungry. Is he going to lose weight? Is that going to affect him? We'll find out, obviously. There's a driver not listed on this injury report, though, and that is Swift T. Swift T died in the color war trying to go for a full-time ride in the National Series. Rest in peace to Swift T. His replacement will be revealed in the starting grid. Speaking of the starting grid, as we're back, we don't have a sponsor, so let's just jump cut! This race is 100 laps, and good dear God, Stove Buscemi is on pole, and Uncle Boobs is lining up right beside him. At this point, are we surprised? These are the two best cars, in my opinion, here. It's going to be very difficult to get by these two. They can, obviously, as we've seen. Neither of these two have gone to victory lane yet. It's been a very interesting season as of right now. Then you have the 31 of Big Earn, the 62 of Jackson Outback. Another great row here. We're going to start seeing, the regular cars start showing up at the front of the field. You'd love to see it. The Mathletes were in the color war, and Simicant Standardbits Jr. is in the field as well. He was in the National Series race last season and did pretty good, and the Regional Series race he did even better, so we'll find out what he can do here. Race 1 winner at Hillside, Tyler Rifle, is lining up next to Devontae Buttpoop in the 19, who loved the fact we were at the Poop Festival. The 70 of Cyan Blaney. Star Motorsports is not having a great season as of right now in the Regional Series side of it, but a team that is having a great season so far is Ariana Grenade and the Bop Racing team just in general. She's up there in the points, something that we didn't really expect. A lot of people would say 18, 28, 31, 79, 62, all those cars would be up there instead, but here we are. Ariana Grenade is up there in the points. Peter Griffith has a really good qualifying effort here today, with Sneakers O'Toole lining up next to him. Tony Baloney in the 27 as usual with her rotated brain syndrome, so hopefully, nothing happens here. But lining up next to her, this would have been Swift T's car. This is Kevin Garlick. We saw him last week in tow car, subbing in the Goodies Trash series for Trenton's race. You know what? I think that there's some potential here. I think he's going to do good. Shart Simpson is in the field as usual, and then you have the 45 of Figgy Bernhardt. Henny Cabbagehead. Brutal qualifying effort here today. Yeah, I don't really know what to say to you on that one. And then you have the 99 of Matt DiBurrito, who's also up there in the points. More than we thought. Tatuma Koga, I keep stuttering when I say his name, goddammit. And then you have Mayor Shelbourne in the 44, who was also in the color war a couple of days ago. Pip Podolquac is in the 10 as per usual. The 86 of Joseph Batt is alongside him. Then you have Brad Oman in the 48, Sedil in the 0, Brian Batt in the 03, Rectum in the 34, and of course Dr. John Sturgis rounds out the field. A noteworthy car that's not in the field is Pumick Stumper Jerry in the 6. We don't know what's going on with that team anymore. I keep doing that. Let's go to the command. Oh boy!
Drivers, start your engines!
Woohoo! What the hell's going on? Folk, we're away. Everybody's rolling for what will be 100 laps around Richmond. It shouldn't actually be that... Whoa, that was a voice crack. Holy... Oh, sorry. Epilepsy warning. I keep forgetting about that shit. I hate that camera. Epilepsy warning. We're going to still use that camera anyway, so if you have epilepsy, please be warned. I've now said it 3 times, so... Stove Buscemi leads into green. Oh, and Kevin Garlick already in the wall. What a disaster fest for your first race. They keep it going, though. That's good. To the line first, it's Simi Can't Stand Your Bits Jr. Tyler Rifle to the inside. Stove Buscemi shit the bed on the start of the race. Tyler Rifle to the lead. Cyan Blaney now making the move. Here comes Jackson out back. Holy shit, I think the 62 got that one. Remember, each lap led is a point, so this is huge. This is, some might say massive. Deeper. Okay. Anyway, Uncle Boob's now going for the lead. You literally cannot predict what's going to happen. The yellow, I believe, is out for some stupid shit that has happened. Let's take a look at the ticker. Oh my god, what are we doing? Guys. What are we doing? Anyway, Uncle Boobs is the race leader. Let's take a look at what happened here to start this race off. Alright, I found where the caution happens. It's Tatuma Koga. This is the wrong group. What a shitty start for Kevin Garlick. That was the yellow. So now in the same replay, because we're cheap as shit, we're going to look at the 79 here as the 28 takes the yellow. They squeeze up a bit. The 28's mad about something. And Tyler Rifle gets into the 79 and they just crash. I don't try to rush these replays, but when stupid shit like this happens, we literally only need to look at it once, because why do we need to look at it more? Let's go back green from the promised land of Richmond Speedway. Oh boy! Welcome back to Richmond, where it is lap 8 out of 100. We're almost a 10th through the race already. Let me tell you, that was some exciting racing towards the front of the field. 100 laps. Last time we were here, we did 75, and the most we've done here is 80. So, I don't know what we're going to see today. Big Earn is... I think the starting grid is basically exactly the same, apart from the 79 being way back there. The first 2 rows are exactly the same. Stove Buscemi is to the lead, but here comes Big Earn 3 wide. Oh boy! Oh, sorry, that was awful. Oh my god! Who is that? Who is that? Henny Cabbagehead! Henny Cabbagehead Matt DiBurrito! He's driving the car! What do you mean? Oh shit, he's mad as hell! Henny Cabbagehead should have should have passed away. Tyler Rifles, the race leader. Goodness me, what the hell just happened? Well, I think we know where to look. Just the thought. Henny Cabbagehead smokes the wall. Sneakers O'Toole involved. Rectum trying to get by. DiBurrito trying to avoid caused that. Shit, man. What are we doing? Oh. Mad as hell at the 99 for something. Who knows? Wow. Taking a look at Matt DiBurrito here in the 99. As you're going to see the wreck happen. And the 99, you see he's trying to avoid, and then here comes Rectum, not really slowing down. And he goes barrel rolling. And it looks like that's day over here for DiBurrito, and then this hit and another hit from Cabbagehead solidifies that. Oh my goodness, man. Let's go back green here from Richmond. Welcome back to Richmond. It is lap 14 here. Tyler Rifle is the race leader. Big Earn in second. Jackson Outback third. Cyan Blaney in fourth. 15 laps already will be complete at the line. This is going by. I can't lie to you. And we're green. Big Earn. Holy shit. What a launch. Now, in the National Series, we did the exact same thing here. If the field starts getting stupid as hell, we will put single file restarts in effect. We've had to do that once before in the Regional Series. So, just saying, don't be surprised if we do eventually have to bring that out. I don't want to. I really don't want to, if I'm going to be honest. So, I'm going to try and give these guys some hope here. Lurkus is telling me that there is pretty much one more warning before it happens. Uncle Boobs to the inside now for the race lead. Here comes the 79, who we haven't seen since that incident. Stove Buscemi's slow as hell. What's going on with that car? There's the blank white car. The math leads to the 79, leads at the line. Peter Griffith to the lead. The mathletes. Oh, and Cyan Blaney. Oh, and they're getting smoked. Oh, no, they're piling in. Dear God. Where are we going? Well, caution's out again. We're hearing one more attempt at double file before single file becomes the thing. So Tyler Rifles the race leader once again. Caution is out. Taking a look at Cyan Blaney, he's just arching the corner, and Devontae Buttpoop was there, and then here comes Figgy Bernhardt, and then there's the field plowing in the back marker cars. Of course, Rectum's in it. That guy's stupid as hell. Cyan Blaney with damage. I don't think it's day ending, but it's not going to be good. With the exact same angle, because we are cheap as hell, you're going to see Devontae Buttpoop here and Cyan Blaney. This time you're going to actually see everything happen. Here comes Stowe Buscemi, Mayor Shelbourne, Pip Puddlequack, the Bat Brothers. Shit just happens, man. Both Supernova Motorsports cars are involved in this shit. Not in this specific accident, but they've both had trouble. Not what you want to see here. At all. Since Gert's dead, we need another talentless little twink, so this time it's going to be Rectum. The wreck has already started. He's just flying in. Oh my goodness. This is a small team, too. I'm devastated. Let's just go back green, dude. Yikes. Welcome back. Tyler Rifle is having a mechanical problem as he was leading under yellow. Shit is hitting the fan. What the hell? I don't know what the hell just happened. Tyler Rifle has huge issues here. He's still in the field, but I don't know, man. Sedil is in the top 10. This is the last warning they have for green flag double file restarts. Peter Griffith to the race lead. The outside gets a great jump each time. And we are thinning the field out. 27 cars, by the way. We went from 41 cars at the Poop Festival to 27 in a week. Now, of course, that's because the Poop Festival seems to be a lot more, I don't know, important to these guys a little bit, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Here comes Uncle Boobs back to the race lead. He did really good at the Poop Festival, and then it just fell apart. 4 wide, that's gonna work. Peter Griffith, no! Caution's out. Red flag's out. Jackson Outback takes the race lead. Oh no. Well, I said 4 wide wasn't going to work, and there was just a squeeze to try and get through it, and Peter Griffith. Shit continues to happen in turn 3. It's safe to say Peter Griffith's season is probably over with this one. He did say on the radio, I am... And that's it. He didn't say okay or hurt or anything. He just said, I am. So he's still alive, that's good, but... Good God. Not good. Because I heard noises into turn 3, we're going to look at the car that comes back up the track, and I'm assuming probably... Oh my God, there's a wreck back there and shit. And there it is! Simi, no! Oh my God! The defending champ is smoked by numerous cars. We need to look at that again. Oh no, this is not good. I'm going to look at this first, because I want to know what happens back here, because there would have been a yellow regardless. So Sedil's kind of slow. Pip Poliquac, Mayor Shelbourne just get into it, and then Mayor Shelbourne gets hit by one of the Bat brothers here, and Dr. John Sturgis doesn't know how to drive really, so he just kind of plows in. So not a whole lot back there. Mayor Shelbourne's done for the day. A junk fest here. Double file restarts are done for the day. Wow. In terms of accidents, this is probably the worst race we've ever had in the regional series. And you're going to see the 79 somewhere. There he is, and he just gets smoked by 3 different cars. Yikes, man. Tyler Rifle, Stove Buscemi, and then Henny Cabbagehead. Wow. Let's take a look at this shit festival going on. Not a Poop Festival reference. The wreck has happened. And there's the 79. Good God. Last look at it, Stove Buscemi, the points leader with damage. The 79's just in the middle of the track, and the 18 was clear, I think, until the 24 hit him. Straight to pit road, not good. 19 almost hit the end of the pit wall there. Let's go back green, where single file restarts are now going to happen. Welcome back here to Richmond, where, dear God, thank the Lord, we are only doing single file restarts now. I think this was necessary. We had to do this in the National Series as well, so it's nothing really surprising here. There are, like, cars in the top 10 and top 15 that really shouldn't be. We're green again, though. Jackson Outback, jeez, I'm going to do that a lot, is in the race lead. Let's see what can happen here. Already a bit more separation. You kind of want that at this point. As Jackson Outback misses the bottom there, you really need to hit the bottom to make some good laps. Big Earn seems to have a really good car right now, and he's packing the air on the 62, and he's going to take the race lead. And Big Earn to the race lead Uncle Boob's now looking for the second spot. Uncle Boob's to second. Kevin Garlick looking for third. Big Ern missed the bottom just a smidge as Uncle Boobs closes in. And Uncle Boobs now looking to the inside. Shart Simpson to fourth. Jackson Outback's falling back like a rock right now. And the 28 is back to the race lead. This could be terrible news for the entire field here. Big Ern back to the bottom, though. I think these two are going to go toe-to-toe here. Is that a Twisted Toe reference? I don't even know. Here we go, though. Where is the rest of the field? Where is everyone else? That's what I'd like to know. We'll get a lap car check in a very moment as Uncle Boobs goes back to the race lead, and he'll lead at the line. Oh shit, we are catching them quickly. Sneakers O'Toole with mechanical problems. There's the pace car. I wanted you to see what it looked like. Big Ern's going to the lead again as a lap car is going to get in the way of that shit. Oh, Big Ern's really good at that. Whoa. What a move through the lap traffic by Big Ern as he's trying to go through these backmarker cars now. Brad Oman, Mayor Shelbourne still in the race. Dr. John Sturgis. The Mathletes are up to second. Oh, Dr. John Sturgis held them up a little bit there. Uncle Boobs is getting held up like crazy by Brad Oman right now. Jackson Outback is back into the mix. Get it? Back? Outback, back in the mix, back? Funny. Funny shit from me, as usual. Delivering the comedy to your ears as Big Ern leads lap number 9 on the day. Jackson Outback is closing in, though, and he's going to take the race lead. Lap car check. Oh, shit. They're catching up to Stove Buscemi. That'll go well. Certainly that'll go well, right? Oh, they're also catching, I believe that's Pip Puddlequack in the number 10 car. Oh, shit. That was not a good spot to catch the 10 as the 31 gets clean air. And that will end that shit. Big Ern back to the lead. He's got the best car. This is the best car of the field. Without a doubt. The Mathlete's going to challenge now to the bottom and take the race lead. Here comes Kevin Garlick. Garlick will take second here. Sorry. As the 20 takes the race lead and the yellow is out. Oh shit! Big Ern just got mad at Kevin Garlick and put him in the wall! We'll have to take a look at what happened here. Wow. The Mathletes are your race leader. So what actually happened back here? We didn't see it because it was out of frame, but Pip Puddlequack gets dumped by Jackson Outback. And that's it. That brings the yellow out. Now, while we're at it, let's go up to the front of the field and watch Big Ern and Kevin Garlick. Garlick's going to beat him at the line. Maybe he feels he was forced up a little bit. And Big Ern just takes a swipe and into the wall. Goes to 26. Let's go back green, though. That was a pretty good stretch of racing. I can't even lie to you. ICL, TBH, NGL. Smelcome back to Richmond, where 10 cars on the lead lap. Of course, a lot of accidents have happened. Some cars have DNF'd, but you also have the back markers that have kind of stayed somewhat out of it. Tatuma Koga's in 8th, so if that's really, like, you know what I mean? Like, that pretty much says it right there. Stove Buscemi's damaged as hell. Uncle Boobs got held up by a lap car. Like Stove Buscemi, Cyan Blaney, Henny Cabbagehead, Devontae Buttpoop, Tyler Rifle, Simi Kanstanovich Jr., and others have just kind of been in a disaster fest. So the Mathletes will take away the lead. And they're flying away. Big Ern to second. They just can't miss the bottom. You know what I mean? Like, they all missed the bottom. Everybody missed the bottom at the top of the field. That was the stupidest sentence I've ever said, and I've said some stupid stuff here on the air, but that might be the worst one. Uncle Boobs is now back to third. I almost said back to friends. Is that a somber reference or what? the 20 to another lap led on the day. We are halfway through this race. Maybe we should have stayed at 75 laps. Big Earn, though, he doesn't care. It could be 1,000 laps. He's got the best car. I'm going to say it. This is a huge points day for Big Earn. Because, remember, every lap led is a point. There's 100 points up for grabs just from leading laps. Plus you have the finishing results. Leading the most laps is another 5, I believe. They've changed it too, so like, dude, there's a lot that can happen there. Big Earn just missed every lane and now is down to 3rd, but he's going to move the 28 out of the way. The 20 is going to take the lead and keep it still. The Mathletes, they are doing really good right now. Remember, there's like 4 of them, I believe, in the car. One of them does each different thing. One of them does strategy, one drives, one does... like, one of them does literally every part of the car. Big Earn now to 12 laps led on the day. Here on lap 55, they're catching lap traffic again. This is where the 28 had a disaster. And it's still going to be a disaster as Big Earn gets through it better. Oh, Brad Oman, though. Where does Brad Oman go? He's going to try and block. Oh, my goodness. He blocked the 28 again here. Big Earn's going to move Rectum out of the way. Oh, he tried to. Shit is hitting the fan here. The 28 now to the race lead again of Uncle Boobs. And that has brought some of the lead cars back into the mix. And the 28 will lead again. They're coming to Pip Puddlequack now. The last time they went by him, it was kind of a disaster. I mean, it was the last yellow. They get by him pretty good, though, this time. Geez, some of these cars are slow as hell. Star Motorsports, I said they weren't doing that great this season. They're doing great now. They're 2nd, 3rd, of course, Cyan Blaney with issues, but doing great right now. And one of them's going for the lead. One of them's led quite a few laps today, and they're going to lead another one here. The Mathletes to the line again for another lap led. Big Earn got held up really badly by those lap cars. Where is the 28 going? We're just trying anything at this point. The 31 coming back by the 62 now. We are setting pace to eventually just have nobody left on the lead lap here apart from this group. Big Earn is the last competitive car. Never mind, it's Jackson Outback now. Big Earn is the last, Jackson Outback is the last competitive car in this group, as Star Motorsports has 1st and 2nd, and now it's going to be 1st and 3rd. Now it's going to be 1st and 4th, actually. So, Big Earn making a comeback. The Mathletes are now approaching one of their teammates, and the Race 1 winner of Tyler Rifle. Big Earn moves Uncle Boobs up the racetrack, and he hits him a little bit. Some contact made. Oh, Brian Batt, terrible spot to be. RIP headphone users. Henny Cabbage Head trying to just give them a lane. Big Earn now looking to get back to the bottom and take the lead back. Here comes Jackson Outback. I'm saying back a lot here. Big Earn back to the race lead. Oh my goodness, take a shot every time I say back. You'll be dead in 5 minutes. Here comes the 62 to the race lead. Oh dear, this is going to be fun. Dr. John Sturgis, Brad Oman, Rectum, Mayor Shelbourne, and a bunch of other cars. Whole lot of shit fest. They're all going to get roughly around. They'd all get by. Actually pretty nicely as well as they go by Joseph Batt here. And Devontae Buttpoop, who is damaged, obviously. This is not his regular pace. The Mathletes back out front. Here comes Shart Simpson. Shart Simpson going to lead his first lap ever, I believe. If I'm not mistaken on that one. We should have done single file restarts from the start. Kevin Garlick is to the race lead. It's not going to last. Here comes Uncle Boobs and Big Ern. The 28's back to the race lead. It's between the 28 and 31. It's all going to come down to the lap traffic. Pit Puddle Quack just got smoked out of the way. Sedil held them up. Jackson Outback just got turned by the mathletes. He's out of the way, though. Big Ern is going to keep the race lead. And we are setting up for a quick, roughly 30-lap dash to the finish. 9 cars on the lead lap. Never mind, 7 cars on the lead lap. Oh boy. Let me tell you, man, Richmond puts on a show. And you're going to see here, these two leaders, they need to get in. And the 31 needed to clear the 28 there. The 0 came down up into Pit Polquack. You see that in the background. So let's take a look at that and then go back green for what could be the last run to the finish. Well, that happens, and then you're going to see the mathletes just kind of come up a little bit, and that's that. That could be the end of the mathletes having a pretty good car. Jackson Outback's obviously going to get it rolling again with nobody hitting him. You love to see that. Let's go back green here from Richmond to end this race off. Maybe. Oh, shit. Welcome back here to Richmond. 7 cars on the lead lap, but don't fear, because it is not a shitty race. This has not been a shitty race at all. Obviously, we've had wrecks. There were only 27 cars to begin with, so keep that in mind, obviously. Big Ern has led 20 laps today, hoping to honor his wife who died in the color war, Tracy Magazine. He had to fill in. Almost won at Hagabon. That would have been crazy work. How about winning in a race that will count for points, though? That's what he's hoping to do here at Richmond. 21st lap led on the day here for him, as we're green with 25 to go, I think? 26? Kill the interns. Still debating on if every intern deserves life or not. Uncle Boobs right back to the lead, though. The Klottenheimer 28 at this track has been pretty good lately. There's always been something, though, that's kind of gone out of their control that's prevented them from winning the race. But right now, it's evident. It is between Big Ern and Uncle Boobs, right? It's evident. These other lead cars are staying up there, though, because this battle's happening so often. Big Ern back to the bottom. It's not going to be enough at the line, but going to have the preferred lane here. Into this corner. Kevin Garlick to third. What a good start it is for Kevin Garlick. Not the circumstances, obviously, he wanted to be in this car. But let me tell you, I think that there is a great chance here for Kevin Garlick to do something good. Obviously, we have, I'm going to spoil it here a little bit, Emerson Shittapaldi will be in the 55 for Talladega tomorrow. Uncle Boobs has led pretty much every lap since we've gone back green, apart from the one that Big Ern took the green for. That's going to change just as I say it. Thank the Lord. 22nd lap led for this guy. These guys are pulling away. Oh, God. As I say that, let's reel all the leaders back in because we have lap traffic as usual. Shit fest. Not a poop festival reference. Uncle Boobs got through that way better. Mayor Shelbourne checks him up just a smidgen. Kevin Garlick getting through them pretty good. Pit Puddlequack causes him to lift a little bit. Here comes Big Ern. Back to the inside. They're gonna get to somebody here soon. That is the 18 Stove Buscemi. And if you're Stove Buscemi, you hate seeing Big Ern lead this many laps because this is just evaporating the point lead that Stove Buscemi had. This is why the regional series, like I said, we're not really going to see a lock on the championship ever because the lap count. 100 laps here. That's 100 points on the line plus finishing positions. A perfect day if you led all 100 laps and you won the race and you led the most laps would be in the 160 point range. You know what I mean? So like a lot to think about there as Uncle Boobs leads again. They're side by side. This is going to be the battle. This is just like Corey Crime and Michael Wave in the regional series last season. Rest in peace, Michael Wave. Gone way too soon. Stove Buscemi led 1 lap today, so this is going to extremely hurt him in the points. Where did the Toyotas go? Who are they going to block? Uncle Boobs is going to have a shitty kind of corner, but still end up in a good spot with the race lead. We're coming to what will be 13 to go at the line. And the 28 continues to lead. Oh shit, and Wreck Tom gets in the way, of course, why not? This guy sucks ass, let me tell you. Big Earn gets the lead from it though, and this could be it. That's a pretty big gap to try and make up. If, of course, Brian Batt would get out of the way, that'd be great. No bias here, I'm just saying that just completely ruined that. And now Brad Oman in the way. Way out front now. Uncle Boobs is. They'll be coming to 11 to go at the line. The Mathletes back up to 3rd. Mayor Shelbourne way into the way. See, it's going to be about who can manage the lap traffic. I think that obviously Uncle Boobs has more experience in this series, but Big Earn has more experience in the National Series and being in a disaster. Like the last few races of last season. Need I remind you? Right, he was in the mix. He was in the middle of just everything. He wasn't like in it, like as in wrecks. He was just in the middle of everything. So he knows how to get through these cars a bit better here. Uncle Boobs is just clocking the laps down here. Please don't give us a restart. I swear to God, I will end everybody. Lurkus is getting slimed out if we get a restart. Big Earn to the bottom here. They're coming up on Sedil, who is 10th place. This is a huge run for him. This will be the first time ever that Sedil places top 10. As Big Earn in the lap traffic gets through it and takes the lead. Oh, and Devontae Buttpoop in the way. Big Earn leads. Uncle Boobs now on the bottom. Stove Buscemi, they're both being held up by lap guys here. And that's going to shit on that one. Uncle Boobs back to the race lead. Shart, Simpson, and the Mathletes, though, to the bottom. Big Earn goes around. Damn it, no. Tony Baloney, Kevin Garlick. And, of course... Oh, and we're just demoing. We're demolition derby here. Overtime. The Mathletes out front. It's not over. It is not over. That's for sure. Taking a look at Big Earn, there were just so many lap cars. This was bound to happen at some point. Of course, one of the Bat brothers caused it as usual. And then they're just kind of into each other and shit. And then here comes the 16. The 27 doesn't go upside down or anything. Kevin Garlick's into the wall, but let's go back green here because I want to see how this shit will finish. A little bit of an argument there. Let's take a look at that. So they've already taken the yellow here. Uncle Boobs, I don't know what's going in his head, but he just turns the 20 into the wall. I don't know what we're doing there. But the Mathletes are the race leaders. They have a bit of damage now, though, but we'll see what can happen here as we go to overtime. Welcome back here to Richmond. I wish I could kill everybody in production because it's not the final lap of the race. It's just not. the final lap of the race is not yet. It is overtime. So if it ever says final lap in checkered and they're still racing on the track, it's not over. This is overtime. The Mathletes and Shart Simpson lead the field here. Uncle Boobs, Jackson Outback second. What would be Swift T, but RIP, Kevin Garlick is in that car. And then Big Earn, that is the lead lap. 6 cars. Tony Baloney's basically locked for 7th place here. Tatuma Koga, Joseph Bat, Sedil, they're going to be battling for 8th and shit, but we're not going to look at that shit because who cares, am I right? The Mathletes take the 2 to go. And Uncle Boob's already making it 3 wide. And at the line, 1 lap to go. This is it. Battling with Big Earn with the best car. Uncle Boobs, pretty much unchallenged apart from Big Earn, is going to win here at Richmond. Huge points day. Absolute massive points day here. Big Earn, Uncle Boobs make huge gains in the points as they hopefully don't kill each other coming to pit road. Epilepsy warning. Shit. Big Earn top 5. Kevin Garlick must have had some sort of issue, fell back to 6th, a lap down. Tony Baloney, I don't know what happened to her. She completely died out. She went down to 5 laps down. I don't even know how that's possible because we didn't run that many, but Sedil with his first ever top 10 finish. He's not on the track anymore. Sneakers O'Toole is coming back out for fun. There's Sedil. First ever top 10 for him. Same thing with Joseph Bat. Tatuma Koga as well. Huge. Huge for those smaller teams. What a race we've just had. Let's go take a look at the finishing results here from Richmond. Taking a look at the results, we don't even have to scroll. This is how many cars were in the race. 27. Now Matt DiBurrito, Sneakers O'Toole, Figgy Bernhardt, they were all involved in that first accident that happened, and then you had the second one with Peter Griffith, Semikant Stanovich Jr. Other than that, everyone else finished. 22 cars finished the race. Huge for some of these teams. Sedil, Joseph Bat, Tatuma Koga. I'd like to argue Brad Oman with a good run, somewhat. If the lapped cars didn't intervene, this would have been a great battle with Uncle Boobs and Big Earn, but unfortunately we did have some contact with some lap cars that turned the 31 around. If there were a few more laps, maybe if we were double file, there would have been maybe a different story to this one. But Big Earn still walks away with the top 5. You've got Uncle Boobs walking away with the win and the most laps led on the day, and 29 laps led at that, so 29 extra points. Huge for the points. Absolutely massive gains here as Stove Buscemi falls down to 15th on the day. Shitting the bed, in my opinion. Led 1 lap. He ain't getting a lot. He's not going to be getting a lot of points here today. So, with that, there's not a whole lot to really mention apart from this race. This was a really good race. I think that actually the additional laps we added were actually very, very beneficial to this race. 100 laps, technically 104 because of the overtime, but I think that this was probably the best regional series race we have seen, and I can't wait to do it again. Now, tune in tomorrow for the ASSCA National Series, or ASSCA Tow Car Development Series, of course, for Talladega, where Big Earn, that's right, is on the pole with a 46-second lap time, which sounds alright, but in the draft they run 36-second laps, so huge. Once again, the Super Suck package is absolutely there for tomorrow, so that's going to be very entertaining. And then, of course, you have Talladega in the tow car world as well for the next 2 races there. So, without further ado, we'll see you guys next week here for the Regional Series. And, yeah, thank you all for watching. Goodbye. What a drive, dude. Holy shit. Wow. We were that close to a big earn win, dude. 8/10 back. Kevin Garlick 6th is crazy work. Anyway,